everybody, and welcome. Welcome, and welcome back to Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan. It's wonderful to have you here. And
Fabulous to be here.
Thank you, Mark, Spirit Whisperer. And thank you for being here again. Yeah. You've been a little busy doing some private readings, Mark, huh?
Been just a little bit busy. So tonight I won't be able to go too much over an hour.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I have another reading later. So
that's fine. Yeah.
Well, when you're a star, this is what happens.
That's what happens. That's right.
I wish they brought me a secretary, though, at the same time.
I get it. I totally get it.
You can train Alaska for that.
Yeah. So I just came on and I was telling Mark and Joan that I got my Walls Harris flag, not flag. I wish it was a flag. It's a poster up, and I've never, ever in all my time put a sign up for anybody ever. So
yeah, me either. So but today I was saying I have to get a sign to put in my yard. I've never once done it before either. So.
Yeah, me either. Yeah. But you know what? It's just one of those things. So yes, thank you all. If you want to get a reading, put the hashtag in read, and then you can put your question into a separate post if you want to, or you can just put a space between it and give us the question. If you've, like Juanita, you've already put a question in. Now just go in and put hashtag read, so you'll be put in the queue. All right, that's awesome. Hi Ness, hi KK, hi Carl, hi Janet and Anya, Maureen and Liz, and yeah, it's awesome to see you all. I might have missed somebody here in the beginning. No, I think I got everybody. I don't know, Joan, yours keeps glitching. Are you having any kind of trouble with your internet?
We're in a thunderstorm watch. Let me turn this on.
Oh, okay. No problem. I don't know if you could see it, Mark, but it was like a little little glitch. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if it's really bad and you need to get off, you can come back when it passes over. Sometimes they're fast and sometimes they're not. So yeah,
probably just old wiring.
Hello, Mimi and Jen Bowles. Wonderful to see you. So everybody, I know everybody is getting used to this new way of doing things, and thank you for doing it. It makes it so much nicer if we can do it that way, and then we're kind of fair, and everybody gets a chance to get a reading, and then I can leave it open. And so, yep, very good. Thank you so much. All right, we already got a lot of people. Hi, Tea Garden Chicken, Paula Rovita. Hello, all right, Liz, I got it. Janet and Rising Phoenix, Annie Hamlet. Wow, wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and just get us going, since Mark's got to be off here right on time, and Joan's in the middle of a storm. So let's just get on.
Sorry about the glitch. It's still doing it.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. All right. So Juanita, thank you, my dear. And I'm going to remove that part. All right. So find Juanita's question. Prayers to Lisa Foster. Her 17-year-old kitty woke up without mobility and it doesn't look good. I'm so sorry. Oh, much love to her. Much love to her. Wow. Most best beneficial outcome. Absolutely. Let me go in here, find Juanita's reading. All right.
Yes. You know what the name of that kitty cat is?
Yeah. That would be good if we could just, Mark can send Pan over there, right?
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah. All right. Oh, she's been at the vet all day? Okay. Yeah. Tell us if you can, the kitty cat's name.
Yeah.
Anya, you didn't see your name flash by. Then just Anya put in hashtag read, and it will next time. All right. Alrighty. So, what do guides and angels wish Juanita to know right now? Oh, thanks, Ness. Hi, Mary Thornberry. Yeah.
So when they push #read, does that automatically go over there in the thing?
Mm-hmm.
And so it just, you don't have to put it. It just automatically goes to the wheel.
What it does is it will go to the group of readings that are up, and then everybody just needs to make sure they tell me if it isn't with the word, if it isn't with the question, like hers wasn't with the question, so she just did a separate one, and it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Annie. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for picking up on it. Yeah.
Well, I didn't have to draw a card. They flashed this card in my mind when I tuned into you. It's the Sun card from the tarot deck, which is wonderful. It's like one of them. It's full of sunflowers and bright sunshine, and riding on this little horse is this baby. It's like a new, wonderful thing happening in your life. And okay, so what's the specific message here for Juanita? It's live in expectation of the very best. Ooh. Expect the best. And that's the way. And now they're kind of like unfurling in front of that horse. They're unfurling a red carpet. So I think what they're trying to say, that's a long way with pictures of saying, manifest what you want. And I think especially at the season, the sunflowers, everything's in full bloom and kind of into this harvest season. Or maybe they're saying, if you've been doing this, now it's coming time toward really pulling it in. So just put a little bit more focus on that to imagine what you want, and they'll help you reel it in.
Oh wow, I love that. Okay. Yeah. You want me to do that? Go ahead.
No.
Yeah. All right.
I'm actually ready for once. I'm usually never. The big message, I'm just going to stick with this one card, basically, is the Ace of Cups. We're right in harvest. We're, the equinox is on the 22nd, but we just had the harvest moon past 3 days. This is the perfect time for receiving. So open up to receive. Now, Pan's been talking to me a little bit about this harvest season, and I like this picture. It goes along with what he's been telling me, in that it's a great time for karmic return, especially like, let's say you've been working all summer on just being better, better at being your true self and living with spirit and all that. You've just been working at it, working on your meditation, all that. This is the great time to receive the gifts from all that work, or anything you've been working on. Like, let's say you've been working on manifesting something, like a job, a car, a mate, or a friend. This is the great time to open up and receive the return energy of that. And it's even more, what he says, there was that eclipse and everything. It's even more, bigger and better than usual. That's what he's saying. It's also, okay, let me just say this real quick, then I'm going to shut up. I will say we've all been working at night or different times, like helping to anchor this energy into the earth. We've been working hard all summer and we're pooped and tired. And blah, blah, blah. He's also saying Mother Earth is rewarding us for that work as well. So all of us be open to the gratitude that Mother Earth is sending because of how we've been participating in this change.
Well, wonderful. So she says she's working on loving herself, and I love that. So please know you are the warrior, the warrioress. Beautiful. And it says you have the ability to conquer your fears and faults and the right to defend who you are, who you love, and what you believe in. I also get amity, which you're working to get along with others, in even people you may or may not agree with, but you're remaining a nonconformist, which is a wonderful way to live, because what you're saying is, I don't have to conform to the way anybody else wants to see me or their expectations. I can live as I want to live. So very good, Juanita. I love that. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. So while I'm doing this next thing, Mark, if you want to send out Lisa Foster's Kitty Cat Jazzy, why don't you go ahead, Mark, and see what the others can do here for that. So, all right.
Jazzy J. Jazzy Jazz.
All right, Liz Reeves. Okay. Find your question, Liz. Okay. So everybody, please send out some love and energy to Lisa Foster's Kitty Cat Jazzy and to Lisa, who's at the vet. Her kitty's 17 years old and is not doing well. So we want to make sure she feels our love. Lisa does too. Creativity. Okay. Oh, fun. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here, Liz. The first thing I get from you is these are the cards from The Wizard of Oz, and I love them. The first card is bondage. You're feeling as though you are bound by a certain type of creativity or a certain belief in a type of creativity that you're best in doing, but you shouldn't feel bondage to that. You need to move into the energy. And it says you have the power of invention, and your idea just might spark a lot of creativity from you. So nothing is off the table, Liz. Just let anything flow through that you think is going to flow through, and drop the apprehension you may feel, because part of creativity is enjoying it and not being fearful.
Yeah. And when I tuned into you, Liz, I saw you sitting with your elbow on the table and your head resting on your hand. And with the other hand, you had a pencil and you're just kind of musing. And I don't know if you're writing or drawing, but there were two things cool about the pencil. One is there was no eraser. So you can't judge yourself. You can't, no, that's no good. I'm going to erase that and go back. There's no eraser on it. And the end of the pencil, I don't know why things are glitching so much, but all these drawings were coming out. They were black and white, just like, ooh, like there's music, and all of these shapes and images and everything are coming out of the back of the pencil. And I think these are the thoughts that you're having. And then eventually they get colored in over here. So I think this is the inspiration that's coming through. And whether that pencil is your keyboard or whatever medium of creativity you choose, it doesn't have to be a visual art. That the whole idea was just let it come, let it flow, and don't judge, and do this as a way, kind of like a meditation, to just, don't say, I'm going to draw a picture of a cat, and if it doesn't look like a cat, I'm a failure. But just to kind of start creating and let the spirit move you. Pretty much is what it was. And when I pulled a card and I got the white swan that looks so beautiful and elegant, but they kind of make it look easy because, they've got those big feet paddling underneath there and working hard. And creativity can be work, but it takes work to make it look the way you want to make it look graceful. But it all starts just like the swan starts with an egg. It starts with a concept, an idea, and then moves into creation. So I hope that's somewhat helpful. How about you, Mark?
Well, I am getting, they just want you to create and stop thinking about it. Just do it. And it don't even really matter what you choose. Number one, you're a magician. You can kind of make things out of nothing. And so no matter which one you chose would be exciting and fun. I get this gamer card, but look, everything's turned off. You need to be playing, not looking at the screen. So they want you just to get started. So even if you flipped a coin, let's say you had two choices and you just flipped a coin and you went with that. Now, maybe within 5 minutes, the fact that you started on that made you realize, oh, I really wanted to do the other one. And so you change your mind and do the other one. But you're doing one. So they just want you to pick. Sometimes in picking, it'll flip on you. You never know. But just move to action. Sometimes there's a little hesitancy about choosing because there's this idea of which will bring a greater return or which is more valuable or something. They don't want you to think about that. Look, here's the empty wallet. Don't think about that. Just go with your gut and your heart. And if you can't, use the pendulum, flip a coin, pick one and go. Don't just stay in the decision. And trust me, I understand this because I'm a Libra. And sometimes I can't decide on what to do. So I'll do my pendulum on what
we know. We Libras know.
Yeah. All that. So, it's not something foreign to me. And I've had to just do it, Mark. Stop. Like, just.
You know what they say, poop will get off the pot. Yep.
Yeah. And then you get this little flying spaceman where it looks like he could go over here or he could go over here. And it says deception. That's all just a made up thing to keep you from being active. Just do it.
That's right.
Liz, my darling.
Just do it. Like Nike. Wear a pair of Nikes and no. Just do it. There you go. Thank you. And everybody give love today to Viviani. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Viviani. Yeah.
Happy birthday, my dearest.
How wonderful. Yeah.
Viviani.
All righty. So Annie Hamlet, thank you. And I'm going to find your question here. And let's see if I can. Anybody new to this? This is the way we're choosing readings because we have 24 readings, and obviously we are not going to be able to do that many, especially with Mark having to leave a little, right on time. So, and Joan having a little bit of glitch in the background. So, Annie wants to know, what will the week bring? All right.
Of course, you two can stay on and go as long as you want. You don't have to stop discussing.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. All right.
Shut up, Mark. Okay. Next week bring for Annie.
Okay. Next week.
What's that? What is next week? Next week, the last week of September.
Can you even believe it? Oh my God.
No.
Yeah. I know. So Annie, I get confusion. Something's confusing. I feel like you're going to have a hard time deciding about something, or you'll be in a situation where, shall I stay or shall I go? That's what I'm feeling. I get the Protector as the main card here for you. And the Protector says, surround yourself with people who lift you and accept you as you are, who believe in you and your vision and purpose, and who bring out the best in you. And so if you're feeling confused by something, make sure you surround yourself with those folks.
And when I tuned in, first of all, my heart heart chakra just lit up, and then equally strong, the throat chakra. So I'm thinking that next week it's about loving communication, but also standing up for yourselves. So something might happen, and then I started drawing cards, and something might happen. You might find yourself feeling defensive or kind of in a battle, but go to your heart and say, what's the right thing to do for me? And then find a way to express yourself without just like walking away, hold up your stick in a defensive thing and be able to speak your truth to whatever power there is there. Don't just kind of swallow it and walk away. Find a kind and loving way to express what you're feeling. And then I pulled an angel card and got the Archangel of Grace, and it says more flow, less hustle. So when you do this, you'll find that speaking your truth flows a little bit more when you make a habit of it,
Yeah.
and it won't be quite so much of a hassle. I hope that helps.
Wonderful. Lisa's cat just passed, everybody. So please send a lot of love. Yeah.
I thought he
Yeah.
was going
Lot of
to. Yeah, I know. I felt
Yeah.
it. I pulled cards and it all that, so I didn't really talk about
Such a hard time.
Okay.
But it's meant to be. His spirits are there. They helped him over. I know she's going to be really upset, but it's the transition. That body was no
Yeah.
longer supporting the little pussy puss.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And just, you can always come right back. We know that if you watch my
Yeah.
channel, and I know some of you have. All right. What I get, Annie, is this next week's not going to be all that hectic for you. It's kind of a pull back week. Not a lot to do, like as far as busy. I mean, you might have your regular chores or whatever, but not a lot. On the other hand, feels like there might be quite a bit going on in the news next week, because when the first set of cards I pulled wasn't anything about you. It all seemed to be about things we might be seeing on the television next week.
Like confusion, that card I pulled, maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
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 And then I get kind of you just sort of being at home. I do get this stepping back. Wow. Joan said stuff like that a little bit too, like kind of, didn't you, like pulling back a little bit? Yeah. And almost like just watching the tube or something. It all seems like hanging at home a little bit. So not a super active get out there week to me. Like nothing remarkable or worrying that happens.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So I think I'm going to do what Jen Bowles suggested, and we would be able to read for more people if we each read an individual reading. So so I'm going to let Joan and then you, Mark, will read the next person. We'll do it that way. That way we'll get through a lot of if that's all right with you guys. All right.
No
so
problem.
Here we go. All right. All right, baby angel. All right, let's remove that. Let me find baby angel. I hope you put your question in, baby angel. Let's see. Make sure if you put in hashtag read that you also give me a question. Nope, I see no question from you, baby angel. So go ahead and put the question in, and I'm going to pull someone else because I want to keep this thing flowing. All right. There's a 30-second delay, so to wait for someone else to do it, put it in. All right. So this will be your question, Joan. If I can find Jen's question. Oh, where is she? I know you. I saw a question for you, Jen. Oh, dear. This isn't going like I wanted it to.
No, I see baby angel's question.
You see baby angels now?
Yeah, it's down.
All right. So, all right. So, baby angel, I'll let Joan read for you. And if you want your reading, Jen, put your question in, please. Okay. If you're not wanting a reading, don't put in hashtag read. And if you do want a reading, you need to put in hashtag read and your question either together or at least in another post. All right. So that I can find it when it's time. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Oh, well, thanks. Hi, Kim.
What do my guides want to tell me about finding my life partner? Let's see what I can come up with, baby angel.
I'm medium Kim Copeland.
Yes, nice to see you.
Okay, I'm seeing, I'm looking over your shoulder and you're playing cards. And I'm not sure what game it is, but it's, you have to play your cards right. And they're saying, and don't give away too much. So tell me more about this. What is this? What's the analogy here? They're switching analogies. It's like, don't put all your chips in on unless you're really, unless it's a sure thing. Um, I don't know much about poker or playing cards. So tell me more about this, Spirit. Okay, now we're on the tightrope because they're saying it's a balance between putting yourself out there and protecting yourself, and being, you know, kind of choosy and all of that. So it's this balance you have to hit. Just like if you're playing cards, you have to decide, am I going to put in all the chips on this one or not? So they're going to say, you know, put yourself out there, but be a little judicious about it. And let's see if there's an angel card for this one.
I love that. Thanks, Juanita. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Exactly. Yes, that's what I couldn't think of. Thank you, Anita. And then the overall message is just zoom out and relax. You know, put it out there. Ask the spirit guides and angels for help, and then zoom out, relax, and let it happen, knowing that it's going to come to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So Jen Bowles said she was just telling people how to do it. So she doesn't want a reading. So the next reading we'll have will be dun, da, da, da. Janet DC. You are the one for Mark. All right. Let me find your question.
Look, your little smudge face kitty and your thumbnail. Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
What's that
Wow.
little? It sounds like you're typing on wood or something.
Really?
It's just a weird noise. Like when you're getting the next question, it sounds like typing.
Oh, is that what the noise was? Okay.
I don't know. It
I don't
sounds
know.
like it.
Maybe it's trying to be like Wheel of Fortune. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So what's the question?
Right.
Okay. I hear from my sweet mom, Jean. That's funny. I just read for a person today who spelled her name Jean just like that. I don't think it was your mom. Okay. She has been gone for almost 15 years, and I have not asked for a message from her yet. I miss her. Okay. Okay, Janet, for Jean.
Oh, that is a cute kitty cat.
Takes me just a minute to get it going here with her. Hi, Jean. What's happening? You haven't asked for a message, but right away she says she has sent greetings to you. Oh, got like goosebumps just then. Like, yeah, but how? What was it? What did you send? Feels like nature. I almost want to say a bird. Hold on. So she has, you know, energetically, she's like been with you, you know, and she visits you. She looks over you. You know, whether you have a sensation of it or not. What are you trying to tell me here? Yeah, but again, she gives me this page of wands. So I'm wondering if she does something with a bird or a, I keep getting the word bird, like maybe a hummingbird or a bluebird or something like that. Page of wands and page of swords. So I pulled two pages in a row, which those are like messages. That first one, wands, would be like a message from spirit. Okay, we are best buddies. So anyway, she's kind of like harping on that a little bit. So she don't want you to think that there hasn't been some kind of contact in 15 years, because she has. She's around you a lot. What would you like to say? to your daughter? Well, the first thing, she loves you. There's a lot of pride. She likes that word. She's proud of you. Oh, putting up bird feeders at my new house. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, maybe that's why she just kept saying bird, bird, bird over and over. Have you been working on using your third eye, let's say, or communicating with spirit? I feel like she's talking about that. Like, have you been meditating? These are some questions that she's bringing into my brain.
She said she's finding feathers on her walks and she thinks it's from spirit.
Yeah, but that's not the same person.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I probably agree with that, Juanita. Or she would like you to. Either you are meditating and she's watching it and she likes it, because she's saying that you're opening up your mind, your inner mind, to receive energy, from that which is unseen in the physical world. So, like, she's talking about being able to communicate with spirit, with her, with nature, through, your inner senses. That's interesting. She's talking about that. I got distracted. Okay, so you were working on it. You've been trying to come back to it. Yeah, she's watching it. And she's supporting it. She says it's good for you. Now look at this. So she gives me this Eight of Wands. So she wants you to go back to it because there's all this communication from spirit that you can pick up on. Now, when I say spirit, I also mean earth energy, like, trees, flowers, animals, all that, water, air. But her guides, angels, she just wants you to keep working on it, she says. That was a very interesting message. I wasn't expecting that at all. So, wonderful. But in a way, I think she wanted you to know she's been watching you do that. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Janet. All right. Maureen. Maureen, did you put a question in? Because I can't find it. This is not working well today. Let's see.
We have to have a, get up to speed day.
We do. I'm going to try to pick somebody else. So put in your question if you want to be read next, Maureen. All right, Claire. Oops. All right. Trying not to click with my typing, but I have to keep going back and forth. So sorry if it's irritating.
It's not irritating. I was just wondering what it was because I kept hearing it going, oh, that's
no, but it's bothering Eliza. She says it's very loud for her. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm not complaining.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No, but that might be a good idea. Okay, Maureen, I'll have Joan read for you when the time comes.
All right.
Okay. What do your spirit guides want you to know? Are you having some kind of a dispute with someone? Is there somebody that you may not be having like a fight with them, but you have a disagreement with them about something, Claire. That's what the first card I got. The second card that I got was, can't even read the word. It looks like it's saying timing. There's some timing issues with whatever this dispute might be. So that's what I got for you. Not sure what area of life it's in, but it says here that you are the seeker, and the seeker is seeking the meaning of life, to seek ways to give your life meaning. Do so with gratitude, patience, and compassion for both others and yourself. So maybe it's reminding you, and maybe you already are, being very compassionate with somebody or you may have this happen coming up. That could be very possible because it says timing. I'm getting just choose your battles wisely. That's kind of the message that I'm getting for you. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to put up Maureen's question, and I'm going to pick one and have that already started. I'll just do it behind the scene here. Go ahead, Joan, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, thanks for alerting me because I tuned in while you were reading, and I saw Grandpa Kelly. Let's see, what does that say? But anyhow, I saw him on a stage with a mic. Oh, he was singing. First, he was singing, and then I saw him on stage holding an old-fashioned microphone, like it was like a silver ball and a stick with a cord and everything, and it was like he was on the stage at, I don't know, a smallish event, like maybe the county fair or something like that. And he was wearing a fedora with like a little feather, a fan-like feather on one side. But he was clearly, I don't know if he was singing or if he was the MC or whatever, but he was in charge, and he was telling everybody else what to do. So, okay, Grandpa Kelly, what's the and not in a bad way. He had everybody's attention. He was kind of the star of the show. At that, he had everybody's attention, and I'm not sure if he was the MC or if he was the main event or whatever. But people looked up to him, and yeah, people came to see him. And I don't know if that's a metaphorical thing in the family or if he actually did things like that. But okay, Grandpa Kelly, what's the message for Maureen? Now he's playing the violin, and not in the way like, oh, I'm playing the world's smallest violin for you. He's playing the violin. Why is that, Spirit? I think he's saying, do what you can in whatever circumstance you're in to bring joy and happiness into your life. And if that means listening to music you like, or or looking at a funny dog like Alaska behind Mark's shoulder, or just looking online at funny pet videos or whatever, but do what you can to kind of let go and laugh and bring beauty and joy and happiness into your life. He's saying to me now, you don't have to be in charge. You don't have to be the guy with the microphone all the time. And I got a chickadee for you. And it says, the time is right to release old patterns and energies. You're ready to embrace change. Is someone music?
No, that's my stupid phone back in the other room.
Okay. I thought it was Grandpa Kelly.
No, no matter what.
It could have been. Mark, you have Annie Bear?
Somebody always calls, and I only know 2 people, so I don't know how the phone always rings when I'm online. But anyway.
Okay, Mark, Annie Bear is yours.
Okay. Oh, you already told me that, and I wasn't noticing. I got downloads today, yes? You mean on your computer? Wah. I don't think that's what you meant, Annie Bear. Let me see here about these here downloads. These here downloads. I felt new baby energy too around that last person. That was weird. Like that maybe somebody in the family is pregnant or something. with Maureen, not Maureen, but somebody in there. Okay. Okay. I'm going to say yes. They were downloads. Just because my first card. I already feel like it anyway. I'm going to pull one more card. Just because it's you. Okay. Like, first of all, yep, it was downloads. Look, here they come, successfully arriving. And I like this picture of the Six of Wands because look, there's a woman there ready to receive. Usually she ain't in this picture. Usually there's no person there greeting the downloader kind of. Here he comes with your information and handing it over to you. So that to me says yes. Then you also get the Magician. So, you're working with the mysteries, the elements, you're making magic with spirit and earth, you're attuned, and you pick up energy that's floating around in the air. Even if the downloads weren't necessarily all about ice cream and lollipops. I don't know, there may have been a little bit of a, download that was a little like, ew, maybe. But yep, I think that's what it was.
Okay, thank you. All right, I got Motivational Monday. Joan, if you can you can go and look and see your question will be with Mother Nature coming up, just so you know. I think that's a fabulous. Last weekend, you asked your archangels, angels, and ancestors for some guidance. You received 2 massive, what seemed energy shocks through your body. You're getting downloads and light codes is what's happening. You have asked for your guides, your angels to come through and to start giving you messages. And so this was, I would say, a verification that they got what you wanted. And they're saying to celebrate your joy, that they are happy to have you on board, that they've been sort of tapping you on the shoulders now for quite a while. And they are letting you know that they're ready to work with you. And if you called in the archangels by voice, they're very strong energies there. And the second one I got is divine masculine. So you are working with your divine masculine and remembering, and I know you are a man, but remembering too that the divine feminine is coming in. So it's asking you to sort of step over a little bit to the left and remember that you'll have to share your energies with both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And it says here, ascend towards self-realization and triumph, guided by the stoic presence of the Mastery Mountain Pathway. Oh my. So you are ascending the mountain of your own power. And congratulations to you. Thank you. Wow, that's fabulous. I hope that makes sense to you. You have opened the door and they are happy to come through. All right. All right, Joan, there you go.
Yeah. Mark would probably be better at this one. But when I tuned into Heidi, I don't think she was mistreated or anything like that. What I got was that she was loved, but she was just too much for them. The family, either the individual or the family that had her didn't have time and either kept her inside or kept her like tied out outside or tied on a leash. And so she just didn't get much freedom. When they were there with her, they petted her and loved her and everything, but they were short on the time and the space to really give her what she needed. So, and I say that because when I pulled a card, it's not so much the Archangel of Strength, but it said, unleash your magic. She wants to just have more space and more time to run and more of everything, more attention. And I'm just feeling like the dog was kind of tense. There's a yeah. And I was seeing Heidi first. I saw her as a black dog, kind of a mid-sized to, I don't know, 30, 40 pound dog. And then it came as a German Shepherd. So I don't know if she's like a mix of, I don't know, maybe like a lab and a German Shepherd or something like that. Not a huge dog, but yeah, enough dog that it was too much for this other owner. There was financial reasons too, but it wasn't like they were beating her or starving her or anything like that. And now I'm seeing something that my dog had that was a rescue, and she didn't like men in hats, men wearing baseball hats. So she might have some quirks like that were just like, no, maybe it reminds her of the postman or something like that. So let us know if she had any of those has any of those types of little quirks.
Does she like Men Without Hats? Because they were a group and they had really good songs.
Men Without Hats? Oh, I don't know that one. Wow.
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your world
okay.
behind. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Thank you. All right, Joan. The next one we have, Mark, is actually was asked for you anyway. And if I could find her, is Sandra Dole, Doell.
Okay.
Now I can't find her post. And it was about an animal. It was about Sandra, put your question right in again. I'm sorry, I can't find it, but I know it was about an animal, a dog, and something about that animal. I just can't seem to put my fingers on it. So, and I will pull the next one for myself. Hopefully she'll put it right in.
All right. I'll keep my eyes open in case she's able to type it in again.
I'm going to go ahead and move on because I don't want to wait too much longer. And if she comes in, I'll make sure that you answer her question.
No
So the next person that I pulled was Anya Ashdown. And I got to find your question, Anya. All right, there you go. So her mom's name is Ursa. Her dad is Sven or grandmother Marie.
And this is for Mark?
No. This is for me? Oh, okay. I'd like to hear anything from my mom, your son, dad, Sven, and grandmother Marie. Thank you. Okay. That's a multiple choice. Let me see here. What's going on here? Who's going to talk?
Sandra, I've got your question now, and we'll put you in the rotation, and Mark will read it when it's his turn again. Okay? Thank you.
It's like I'm trying to get one of them to come forward instead of everybody coming at once. It's like they're picking. Drawing straws. Okay. All right. Dad seems to have won. Oh no, he wrestled the two women down, seems like. So he comes like Sven. He comes with an embrace. He maybe wasn't super demonstrative in general, but I feel like he was with you. So he's talking about your connection to spirit. He's did he is he the did he leave the most recently, maybe? Or I don't know, I can't get if he was in the middle or the most recent. But I feel like he's been trying to get your attention or catch your eye or get a message to you, just like a greeting. Um, could you get a little clearer with me, please? Oh, in 1997, great, he passed away. Yeah, but he ended up liking you quite a bit, Anja, even though he might have been expecting a boy. This ended up being, it was, he kind of needed you instead, actually. I feel like in the end, he was glad it was a girl, even though he thought it was a boy. But he really liked the energy that he got for you. Like, did you have a brother? I don't know. I feel like he ended up really bonding with you. That's what he's telling me. Maybe the most. He had a particular bond. He's also talking about that there's a little bit of a prosperity coming, we're talking about that harvest energy again, but he's talking about you receiving some good money, maybe a check, an offer, something like that, like a break, kind of a reprieve, a break, positive energy, a more positive flow. I don't know if you've been feeling a little stifled or something, but he's kind of wanting to talk about that energy is about to open up and flow much better in your direction. Energy like coins flowing much better with this chariot coming on in, moving you into like a more comfortable waters, where there's a little more comfort. You can be a little more relaxed. That's what I'm getting. I hope that related in some way.
Thanks, Mark. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. Carl, I saw your question. You did have this. And so I'm going to give it over to Joan. I would just like to say a couple things before Joan starts. If you would please go over, like, and subscribe to these lovely people's channels, Wisdom Seeker Joan and Spirit Whisperer Mark. And if not on my channel, I would appreciate it as well. And if you would please write a comment, especially if you've gotten a reading. We give these readings free every single week, and we don't get any money or anything for it. We're not asking for money, but we are asking for that because that helps boost our algorithms. Okay.
Right.
So if you wouldn't mind, that would be really, really appreciated. And I've been told over and over to say this, and I haven't done it. So there you go.
Yeah. And Anja, when you said, yeah, I thought you had a brother, because he was like, I don't know, you might have been my favorite, even though I thought the son would be, in a way. He probably wouldn't say that to your son, but that's kind of like what he was getting at when he said there's a brother. All right. Sorry.
When I tuned in, I was feeling like good things coming your way. Oh, so this is a different question. Okay. Anyhow, as far as getting the messages from the masters, good things are coming your way. It's the 10 of Cups, the happy family. The good things are flowing. And let's see, I've got messages from my cats, Frankie, and may I have a message from Frankie? I left them at my landlord's vet clinic. When I came back to collect them, I was told, oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry, Carl. So the landlord is a vet. Oh, that's in 2007. Okay. I'm glad that, well, all right. Spirit, what happened? Let's, oh, I'm just so shook by that. I have to, all right, let's tune in. Were these pets, are Carl's supposition about this true? Did the landlord vet kill the pets? No. Did he or she neglect the pets? And yeah, it was a sin of omission, not commission. He I don't know if it was didn't give them food or water, it didn't adequately care for them. Heat, I don't know if it was in a hot time or what. Okay, let's see. Did this landlord vet actively kill the pets? No. Was it sort of the sin of omission? Yes. Did the landlord vet fail to feed? Yes. Fail to give water? Was exposure to extreme heat? Oh, big swing there involved. Yeah. So was he keeping them in a place that got overly hot? Okay. Was he keeping them in like was there anything like keeping them in a garage in a crate where there were cars running? No. So it wasn't even anything like that. It was more absolute neglect of not feeding them. And I am seeing them in a kind of in a crate that like if you brought them in a carrier, they just stayed there. That's what I got. I don't know. Mark might be better on that one. Oh, I am so sorry. What a shock. Oh dear. Well, let's bless the spirit of those pets, and yeah, and lift that from your heart because they're fine now, and they sometimes come and sleep with you at night. I'm just seeing, especially the cat kind of curling up on your shoulder and purring in your ear or something. Oh, I'm so sorry, Carl. That was a rough one.
Yeah. So Mark has to leave after this one, and so I brought this one back around for you, and there's Sandra. Okay.
Hi, Sandra. Well, this little pomegranate Yorkie, that's a little doggy. Does your son live at home with you? I feel like it, but let's correct me if he doesn't. What's happening is Charlie is, no, he doesn't. So he's at his own place with his doggy. Okay, great. Charlie's getting mixed messages. So here's the thing about trying to change behavior with an animal, a dog or a cat. Remember that they don't understand negative. So, like if I were going to train an animal, I would do it through positive reinforcement and affection. And if I wanted to discourage something, I would say no, and that'd be about all I'd talk about. I wouldn't go on and on about it. Like, no, what a bad dog, you're horrible. Why do you keep barking? Stop barking, no more barking, because they don't really get the negative aspect of it. They just get barking, barking, barking. So then he ends up doing more barking than ever because he just sees you talking about barking. And so when he says he's not getting the right attention, it's not that he's not getting attention. He is. But he doesn't feel like he's being recognized as, a little spirit, a little person, basically, in a doggy body. So, and sometimes he feels like he's treated more like a thing than a companion, an actual being. It's not that it's consciously happening, but he feels that sometimes. He's not being recognized. And so he keeps saying, recognize me, recognize me. Then you get upset about him barking. And then he goes into, oh no, I'm a bad dog. I've been a bad dog. My person don't like me, or they're mad at me. And so, but they want me to bark, so I keep barking, and then I get in trouble. So it's like a big bunch of confusion. So we got to be clear on it. And dogs bark, so you kind of start. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's not getting all the attention he likes. Oh, he's got 3 dogs there. Yeah, I got it. And he wants to be acknowledged for his own special uniqueness. And as long as we don't take time and just focus in on him, that persists. He keeps doing that same thing because it's still the same problem. I also get this allowing it to happen. So, like, if I were going to talk to an animal that was doing something like that, and I was going to try to work with them to change their behavior, first of all, I can't force an animal to do anything that it doesn't want to do. It's got free will choice, just like we do. But I can talk to him about it. And I always start the talks about what a wonderful, beautiful, perfect spirit they are. They like to hear that, just like we do. So I usually start out about how lovely and wonderful. And then I talk about, and boy, you're a good barker too. You really have a way of using your voice, and you just go on. And it's quite the accomplishment for one as little as I'll kind of go on about it in a positive way. Here's the thing, though. Then I get to, it would be nicer for me if we could take that down a little. I understand you think I'm not really paying attention, so I'm going to pay more attention to you, give you your own special, unique attention, and then you won't have to bark as much, and I'd really appreciate if we could bring that down. Now, he's never going to stop barking completely because he likes to talk, but he's incessantly doing it because he feels like he's not getting his message across. Now, and he also feels like, he's got those other 2 dogs that they shadow him. So he's in their shadow, kind of a thing. So he has to even act up more to be seen and heard. He thinks, of course, you can see him and hear him, but he's thinking, I really need to get on top of it. I actually like him quite a bit. He's very smart. He wants to be much closer and everything, like he's a little lapdog kind of an energy. But he's just not feeling appreciated as much as he would like. And, when you have those talks, like Debbie and I are always on our channel saying, it's time for a family talk. Tell your son, you can just sit down. Doggy doesn't even have to be in the room. Take a couple of deep breaths. Get quiet. Maybe focus your energy into your forehead or your third eye and call his energy to you. It's really spirit to spirit. Say, I'd like to have a talk. Oh, what I do a lot is I see a little stage and a spotlight, and he comes and steps right into it, or she, whoever it is. And then I start my conversation. And we have it. And sometimes the animal will have something to say about it, and you just listen and go back. Just go with your imagination. If nothing else, don't waste the time thinking, is this real? Or, just go with it. And then look for a change the next day in behavior. There should be some sort of change. If not, do it again. Now, I've had this experience a few times where I've had the talk. The next day, they change the behavior. And then the day after that, they go back. So it's like, well, I showed you that I could do what you asked, but you didn't really mean to do that all the time, did you? And I have to kind of go, no. Yeah, I did mean that. So I'll go back in and get a little clarity. But then you look for evidence that you had the talk, and they'll show it to you. That's my best opinion. He's a good dog. He's just being a little outnumbered. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Hope
Thank you, Sandra. I hope that helped. Mark, we'll see you maybe next week. You have
Yes.
a good evening in your personal readings that you're doing. Joan and I are just going to finish up. Thank you,
Yeah,
dear.
that's great. I love you
All
guys.
right.
You know that. And I'll see you again.
Me too.
All you guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, hon. Bye-bye. All right. So the next person I have that I'm going to be reading for is Rising Phoenix. And then, Joan, you're going to be reading for T-Lynn, if you want to look and see if you can see her posting. All right. So what do you guys have to say on love, Rising Phoenix? Well, I find it very interesting because the card I pulled was the Spy, and it says, someone has their eye on you, and it's behind the scenes, but they'll soon reveal themselves to you. Well, I like that. Nothing will escape you, it says. So they are interested in you. And I get the beautiful magic card. It's like you will be manifesting somebody that's going to come into your life that will bring you luck, and it will be like magic. Wow. Even though they may have been looking at you for a while. The last one I get is Snowflake. So I would say that this will happen before winter season. So when would that be? That would probably be, well, the snow starts to fly depending on where you live, November sometime, unless you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And then you've got a whole different one. But be on the lookout. This person's been watching you, and sounds pretty intriguing. Thank you for the question, Rising Phoenix. Thank you. All right. T-Lynn.
Oh, T-Lynn. Yes, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure this out. When I'm tuning into T-Lynn, I'm just seeing, the first thing I saw was a torch on a long pole. So I kind of wonder if, and it was set outside of this little hut that you were living in. I'm not sure if that's your torch, if that's emblematic of maybe how you died in this life, but if that they came to you with a torch. But let's see, let's go. But then I'm trying to figure out where you are and in what century, at least. What I'm seeing you mainly is that you are out in the woods somewhere, wearing a long black dress and a kind of a hood and everything, and you're just gathering herbs or gathering plant material to use in some of your healing medicinal things. And so let's see, can you tell me, Spirit, when this happened? It was early. It was, well, it was like 1300s. And where are we, Spirit? Somewhere in Europe. What's now Slovenia is what came to mind. I'm not sure. Let's see how I would know that. I'm hearing that healers were respected and accepted in those times by most people, but there were some people who thought that you were more than just gathering herbs, that you had other things going on, bringing in spirits and things like that in a different way, that it was more than just being the medicine woman of the area. Spirit, is that right? It was also someone who, after you treated a relative, a son of theirs, the son died, and the father was angry and took it out on you. And not only by himself, but he rallied other people to to burn you out. And what maybe at 13, maybe it was like Black Plague time or something, because I was hearing the words, it was more than you could handle, more than you were able to deal with, and they were blaming you for it. They were thinking you were a witch, but it was also, there were a lot of people dying in the community, and it was like, no matter how good your herbs are, it was nothing against the Black Plague or something similar. And they thought that they held you responsible for it. So what's the lesson here for T-Lin now? Wow. The first thing that came was know your limits. Don't oversell what you do. Yeah. And trust your instincts. Trust your instincts about if someone's coming to you for, I don't know, an energy healing or some herbs or whatever kind of healing work you do now. And I'm making an assumption here, or for anything, whatever kind of healing you do. If you get bad vibes about this person, just say, no, thank you. I think just like you get to choose the healer you want, I get to choose my customers and you can figure out a way to say it. But if you don't feel like your vibes jive with this person, you're going to find an eloquent way, or at least a neutral way, to turn them away without, to just say, I'm just not getting the right feeling about this. I think you might be better finding somebody else, and even make a referral if you want. But yeah, that way, if you're feeling like, you're carrying over some heavy stuff. You're carrying over wonderful wisdom and all of that, but you're also carrying over some heavy stuff from that previous life. And you don't want to recreate that again. I hope that was helpful.
Wow, that was wonderful, Joan. That was wonderful. So I'm going to ask Joan if she also would join me in giving a collective reading as the final reading of the day. I know there's a lot of people who weren't able to be read that wanted to be, but I like to always offer you, something, a little kernel of wisdom. And so I've pulled some cards. I've been working a lot with my guides and working a lot with the masters and some of the Akashic Records masters as well, in order to hone in on more of my skills. And so it's been a long haul, and I think it shows up here in these cards that it's not just me, but it's kind of everybody at this point is feeling very frustrated, because I get that many of us feel very stuck. We either feel really stuck in our spiritual life and certainly in our physical life, but we may feel like somebody will tell us, well, you need to go within, the answers are within, or, that kind of thing. And we all go, oh, come on. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And Spirit is saying, you're feeling stuck because you believe in being stuck, and you aren't stuck. The only stuck that you are, or the only reason that you're holding back, is some kind of fear holding you back. Maybe you fear that it won't be what you want it to be. The second card I get is facilitation. In this card, which I absolutely love, you've got the Tin Man and the with Dorothy and with the Scarecrow, and they're facilitating help along the roadway. And so this is what we are here for. We're here to hold hands and walk through the journey and facilitate each other's growth at the same time. But don't mistake the fact that you also need to facilitate your own growth. So don't take the easy way out. Make sure you also work on your intuition. Make sure you also work on what it is that you need to do in order to bring you to a higher level. And trust in the illumination happening. And that was kind of like the card I got today, Motivational Monday, was asking, he pulled in the angels and the archangels, and he said, oh, I got an energy jolt. Yeah, that is an energy jolt. And it's something that unstuck you. Let's put it that way. Finally, the last message I have for you today is remain vigilant and receptive. Oh, in other words, something you see that you might think, oh, did I really see that? Or does that really mean that? Yes, it does. Trust what you get. And learning from each revelation as you navigate your own life's journey. So make sure that you know that you are responsible for meeting your own contract and doing your own hard work. And make it joyful work. Make it joyful work this week.
Beautiful.
Joan?
You're amazing. I picked 3 cards from 3 different decks, and the first one from the tarot deck is the Ace of Wands. And I think we're seeing that in a lot of the readings, that it's like turning a page, a new beginning. It's a new phase. And I like this because the wands, there might be some challenges out there in this new beginning, but look at the growth that we're going to get by going through this. So there's a new start. And as we're starting on this new journey, here's the bluebird of happiness.
Oh, I love it.
You're being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. And just to bring that with you, no matter what challenges you're facing, focus on the bright side and find the blessing, find the pony in the pile of dung, right? That's the old joke about the difference between an optimist and a pessimist. And Archangel Zadkiel says, strengthen your boundaries. So we're starting something new. There might be a challenge. We're going to think, happy thoughts and everything, but we're also not going to just leave the door open at night and let anything in. So there's that balance of there. We have to protect ourselves, but always cling to the highest vibration that we can generate and the highest path to follow. So I think that's what I got. But
that's beautiful, Joan.
Wonderful day. Yeah. And I'm not glitching anymore. At least
now you're not glitching.
I don't know. I get glitchy.
Well, it's saying, but you made it through. That's the key. You made it all the way through. So yeah, thank you so much for being with us today, Joan, and for your wisdom and sharing your gifts with all of us. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Please remember to like and subscribe to Wisdom Seeker Joan and to Mark, Spirit Whisperers channel. And if you could just leave a couple of emojis or a couple of words like enjoyed or not, or thanks for the reading, or whatever you want to write. It helps all of our algorithms so we can get out there and keep doing the work we're doing. Much love to you all. Thank you all. Take care.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye, everyone. I loved it.